GamerLegion in their first ever major grand final. The Cinderella story that every CSGO player dreams of is unfolding in front of their eyes. Isaac, dominating and locking it down on Ancient, clutching his way on the flames of Inferno and making light work of the heroic Danes on Mirage. He's shown us exactly what he can do, even when the pressure is high. Imma, his first ever major, and he's delivering like one of the greats. This talented Romanian entry fragger has his first major trophy and MVP award directly in his sights. If Heroic was the ultimate test, then Vitality is the final boss. Knock this one down and it'll be straight to the top. Complete just one more game from the ultimate feat. Acor, his ascension throughout this major has been remarkable. On top of matching Cadian in the semi-final bullet for bullet, he's having his best performance at the major at the right time. Now he has the golden opportunity to go all the way and become one of the few major champions of the world. Kios, the motivation and hype that he's brought to the team can lift their spirits and spur them on. He has been a crowd favorite with a smile on his face, but now the tables have turned and he must not lose faith. His biggest battle awaits. Let me hear it for GamerLegion! Vitality's motto says it's V for victory, yet the team still yearns for its major championship. One final game with a home field advantage and all of that could change. Spinks, looking to be the first from Israel that has ever lifted the major trophy. He has his own legacy to build here in Paris. The rifling star will not be left in the shadows. This Israeli prince is ready for battle. Zaiwu, le petit prince des Hauts-de-France. The chosen one, with his final chance to cement his legacy, to cement himself as one of the greatest players in the game, the greatest rookie we have ever seen, and one who has a chance to go down as a legend and make history here in Paris. Apex, 2,757 days since he lifted his first and only major trophy. He has waited for this moment to come again. He's had to leave his roots and bring in some Viking blood and the new Israeli hotshot to stand before you today. This legendary French entry fragger turned in-game leader could be rewarded with the most prestigious prizes in CSGO, but it has to be now. Dupree, he's been here before. He's here to be the only one. He's here to make history. He could be the one that lifts 5 major trophies. In 10 years of Counter-Strike majors, from the first to the last, he has been the major player. Just one final game, and the Sotri is complete. Magisk, major success comes from the day he went to the stars. London, Katowice, Berlin, the last achieved back in 2019. He's grown as a player and developed his skills, but it's been a long 4 years to be back in this position. The peak has come in Paris, and there's one final hurdle, one that can bring glory to the name and a tear to his eye, because now it will take everything he has to shine once again. V is for victory. V is for vitality! The battle is here. One final time. Apex, yesterday, it was still close. Against Into the Breach, it was still chances for these teams. What's it going to take today to lift this trophy?
Well, GamerLegion has been phenomenal this tournament, that's for sure. I think what we'll need to rely on is just what we worked on from the beginning of the year, being ourselves. And I think if we play our game and we're on point today, we're going to win.
How much better do you think they are compared to the other teams you faced?
I think, yeah, in final, it's not for nothing. I mean, they beat Heroic, who are the best team of this year. So I think that they're showing so many crazy things and no one expected them to be here. So it's going to be a tough one, that's a sure thing.
And what specifically has your performance coach been telling you to get you ready for this final, to keep you guys in the right shape?
Well, I think they put a lot of aggressions and they're really strong individually. We need to kill them whenever they have to run on us and just make those individuals. We know we have to do that today, and that's what matters.
No mistakes to be made, that's for sure. Kios, a major grand final and one epic story so far for you guys. Does it feel real?
No, it doesn't feel real at all, but we're here to win it.
And that's what you guys have been doing, winning. Getting that victory over Heroic was huge. But how do you think they measure up compared to Vitality, and what do you expect from today's game?
I would expect an absolute banger, and I hope the crowd will make it even better.
And let's talk about the crowd. Most of the time, they've been on your side, but this time, you know they're going to be in the Vitality camp. Does that change for you?
No, for me, it doesn't change anything. If they're against me, they're going to even boost me more.
Boost you more, I like it. Well, you guys are ready.
My mom is watching me.
Ah!
And I love them.
I love it. Go take your seats. Thank you very much. The major grand final is about to get underway. Family in the crowd, emotions are high, tensions are even higher, and the pressure is on. Paris, are you ready? No. I know you can do better than that. Are you ready to bring the hype? One final time in CSGO major history. It's time to bring the hype!
Vitality versus GamerLegion, the Titans and their mighty cavalry versus the underdogs, now on the grandest of stages. The atmosphere is absolutely electric down here, Matthew. This is the true beauty of Counter-Strike displayed before our very eyes.
This is the pinnacle of competition, Freya. This is everything we've been waiting for. Why have we been broadcasting so many hours? The players have given so much over the last 2 weeks just to be here. This beautiful opposition of styles, fire and ice, experience, rookie, impulsiveness. I love everything about this grand final. I am so ready. I think Apex's word rang through. He said, we have to stop them. We have to be careful. They shoot real straight. They can play real fast. My issue is, can GamerLegion manufacture this vibe against the entirety of the crowd, against the likes of Vitality? Can they create the momentum on which they can ride?
It's going to be incredible tough for GamerLegion. There's no doubt about it. You have Vitality in front of this crowd, and as you can probably hear behind me, They are in a very good spirit right now. The French crowd deserves a lot of credit for the turnout throughout this weekend as well. And as you said, Matthew, this is it. It all comes down to this game. Within the next 2 to 4 hours, we're going to know who's going to win the last ever CSGO major. And I have a feeling right now that the vast majority inside this arena would like Vitality to win that one. But I also have a feeling that GamerLegion right now senses an opportunity. I know Vitality haven't lost a single map so far this major, but they played a lot of close ones. I know GamerLegion weren't supposed to beat Hero yesterday, but they did it quite convincingly. There's a game at our hands right here, and as much as I want to say that I believe GamerLegion winning, I don't, but I think it's going to be competitive.
I mean, you just have to realize how comfortable these shoes must be right now. If you're GamerLegion, you're in the grand final of the last CSGO major, and not a whole lot of people believing you. Not a whole lot of people have expectations for you. They're fine. You've just kicked the ass of Heroic, arguably the best team in the world, and still, people don't think you're going to win. So you basically go in with the confidence of the last game and no expectations. You basically got the job and the salaries without working. It's beautiful. They've absolutely hacked the game. And I think they should play with the amount of pressure they've had this entire playoff, which is none. And they get to do it. That is the luxury of their position. Just go ahead, throw it all out on the server.
They get to do it again and again and again. And time again, it has paid off for GamerLegion to find themselves in the final ever major grand final. We get to see some beautiful scenes from around the arena as well. We know friends, family, loved ones coming here to support teams on both sides of the equations. This must just be the pinnacle moment that you are hoping for as a player, right? Everything that you have been building towards has been working up to this.
All the practice hours, all the arguments with your teammates, all the sacrifices that you made, all the family birthdays that you didn't turn up to because you had to practice, you had to be at a tournament, you had to do something else, play some random online cup so you could just get more points to the HLTV ranking so you had a better shot at making it into the close qualifiers. That's been the life for GamerLegion. They've been playing online Counter-Strike non-stop for the vast majority of this year until they turned up at the Armas, until they entered into this major circuit. And as you said, Matthew, now they find themselves at the biggest of the biggest stage in front of one of the best crowds I've ever experienced. Pressure is on, but is it? Is the pressure really on GamerLegion? I feel like they have nothing to lose.
They don't have anything to lose. You talk about how they've been probably living, breathing, and eating Counter-Strike for 2023. Some of the players in Vitality have done that for 10 years now. Some of the numbers we've heard in that introduction from James were bonkers. More than 2,000 days since Apex was actually at the apex of Counter-Strike, funnily enough, if you pass me the word, winning a major with Envious. The grand final loss to Fnatic as well in 2015 in Cologne. Heartbreaking moment. And now 8 years later, he is once again put in a grand final position. And then the rainbow of generation continues on for Vitality. You have a pack of players who dominated the scene 2018, 2019. Australis, unnegotiable, undebatable. They were just destroying everybody. And then, of course, we know what happened to Counter-Strike. We all went into this dark period where offline CS was a miss. And then now, generational talents, Zaiwu, the future of the game, Spinks as well, a new rookie meshing all together, coming in for this intersection of history to leave the trophy here.
And 2 generations of in-game leaders on our screens right now. We're talking about Apex, as James aptly said, more than 2,000 days since he last lifted a major trophy. And he has transitioned from the aggressive entry fragger into leader.
Allow me to be just a little game specific before we go into this matchup. I think the one area, the one player is the in-game leader, Shui. He could outperform Apex, and that could be a game at our hands.
Well, it is time to get this grand final underway, the last one ever in CSGO history. It's Vitality versus GamerLegion.
Okay, I need to... In 2013, Fnatic won at home at DreamHack in Jönköping. In 2014, Virtus.pro did the same thing at home in Katowice. In 2018, Cloud9 made history by winning Boston. And now Vitality in 2023 will have a chance to do the same thing here in France, vying for a chance at the title.
Only a chance though, Launders. GamerLegion, a very capable opponent. That much we know. Mais Paris, écoute-moi bien. Tonight, we're going out in a blaze of glory. Look around you. We own this arena. CSGO came to France for its final farewell. C'est votre major. C'est votre moment. Pour la scène de Counter-Strike. Allez! Allez!
Hell yeah! And remember, it's a serious night, but we're here to have fun. A celebration on the final day and a final try for these two teams.
Slow start, huh? Slow start. Nerves settling in. Players settling in. We have a spectacle in front of us this evening. Nothing. Quiet. Silence until Magisk sends one round down monster. Kiosk hits the dirt. And that shiver goes down the spine of GamerLegion. They're going to try to press it in, and they do return. But they've got ZywOo in front of them now. Dual Berettas towards the short side. Manages to spam away Isaac. Apex falls towards Graffiti, and it falls on the shoulders of Spinks to pick up this pistol, or else GamerLegion will kick off a T-side on a difficult CT-heavy map. And that momentum could be massive. Poor Spinks, the moment he gets in, takes a shot to the face. Now you've got to do it with 12 HP. But nothing's impossible in Counter-Strike. That's the beauty of our game. But he gets beat by both. He falls, and GamerLegion will take first blood.
A great pistol round here from GamerLegion to come into the B site and get those trades 1-for-1 and get into a favorable post plant. We all know about GamerLegion on Overpass. They have made a name for themselves, looking to take their biggest win here versus Vitality, who have done a fantastic job on one of their lowest win rate maps, beating some of the top dogs in their last 3 games. But that starts with the CT side. The instant buyback here for Vitality. They'll push out in the usual spots. GamerLegion, usually flawless on these anti-ecos. Let's see if today is any different.
Posting that scout up, letting it sit, letting everything just ruminate a little. Of course, GamerLegion, comfortable amount of util, definitely could go for that layered approach to the A site. Very curious to see, because Shuhei on the T side of Overpass loves to every once in a while just throw at you one of those much faster than you may expect sort of rounds. And making those calls on this stage with this much pressure, that is going to be truly the test of the leader of the Legion. ZywOo's drawn back. He saw nothing towards long, so he wants a little bit of bloodshed within the bathrooms, but GamerLegion do a great job of just showing face and then taking little risk. Spinks opts to throw himself back in. Magisk has now come and join us. Those B players thinking, what is going on, and are we even needed on this side of the map? 45 seconds. That volley of utility comes over the top, and ZywOo hits his first target, but Spinks has been sat in this pocket, and we've got Magisk already taking one down. There's the second. ZywOo catches one, then the flank. Spinks picks up that Galil, the Deagle point blank, and it all comes up Vitality.
Usually flawless isn't always. Vitality win with 5 alive. It's been almost 28 days, if I have my math right, since Vitality have lost a map. Semi-finals at Rio versus Cloud9. And you know what? They still won the series. But here at the Major, it's been flawless from them. And even though they haven't won a map, there have been moments where it looked like they could. Even yesterday versus Apex, Vitality, make no mistake, have looked human.
Not dropping maps, and yet all of them go to double digits. We always get close, but the stars always pull through. And that is what this entire team was created for, to pull through back to the top of it all.
Trying to read the players in the interviews before the game starts. You're trying to see who's nervous, who's not. For a second, I thought Apex was, and it would be very reasonable for him to be. But then when he made that mom joke at the end, I was like, okay, it's still him.
Always the same.
Major champion, and Vitality, 8 majors between them. GamerLegion, first major playoffs.
Wow.
And here they are in a final. What a story.
To think that even within 2023, GamerLegion simply have not attended any LAN that exists outside of the major circuit. RMR to major final. Looking to replicate the run of ENCE in 2019, but to do it one step better.
Vitality looked to do something that no team's been able to do in the last long while, and that's win 2 events back-to-back. Coming off of Rio on the win, Apex said after Pro League they learned a lesson. They got too high on their expectations and then took a dip down. And since then, I think the #1 piece that has stood out the most to me is Spinks. He came on and had a wonderful honeymoon period into fading into the background. But now he's found his identity that he had when he played under Snappy on ENCE. And ZywOo has a new best friend.
That he does. A best friend that I think he needed because, dare I say it, in the heart of Paris, ZywOo looked mortal when the communication problems were being cited by the rest of the team. We saw little moments, little mistakes from the game. Not something we tended to have to watch unfold, so.
There was a chance here in this major final for dupreeh to be the most winning CSGO player in history in major titles, and has already smashed the record of qualifying to every single major playoffs. Unbelievable no matter what. But when you're this close, all that matters is the match at hand. This is the story at this major, the revenge major. For people like Shuhei and Acor. This is the major of Tier 1 versus Tier 2 and what that really means. And we've seen some special stories, and GamerLegion making this final has demanded everyone's respect. Twitter in unison, my timeline after the win that they took versus Heroic said, man, what a performance Shuhei, what a performance GamerLegion. And you have to mirror that sentiment or you're crazy. They earned their spot here. Apex said himself, Heroic are the best team of the last 6 months, or because of the semifinal, or the second place finishes that they have, the fall final finish, beating their demons, winning that big tournament on LAN. GamerLegion, I saw Shuhei outcall a CT side on Heroic like I haven't seen a Tier 1 team, air quotes, do in so long. It was unbelievable. And now they have a chance, after taking down their hardest competition, to potentially take down Vitality on home turf in a major grand finals.
Paris, you ready to jump back in? You want to get this round started?
They're hypnotized.
Into the tack pause. Okay, GamerLegion. All right. Well, listen, it's a great chance to get your coach in. It's a great chance to have Shuhei fed that little support that he can truly offer. Call this place the City of Love, and I see why. This place bleeds Counter-Strike.
There used to be a time where people got nervous when they played in front of a crowd this size. And it feels like every rookie in the last few years, you put him into a position like this, you get ZywOo to take #1 player in his rookie year, you get Bit to win a major in his first year on Na'Vi. It's unreal what the new generation of players are capable of. As if the crowds don't exist. That used to be a big thing, you know? Online versus LAN, it feels like those stories have almost died since Heroic and Cloud9 have overcome their demons, of course. Still not one-to-one with their online performances, but the game has gotten harder while they've also gotten better. We've got the toughest field right now in terms of competition. It makes every win that much more impressive. We've got some ready-ups in the chat. And after that eco victory from force-up victory from Vitality, 1-1 scoreline, we're going to have another buy-up, and we're going to start the game into round 3.
Good. Let's get back underway. Deep smoke. Nothing fast out of GamerLegion, despite them coming in with the buy, of course. They've got a little scramble back towards the CT spawn. Shuhei amongst the pack. Deep util over top, making use of that high skybox. Falls outside of the A site. We'll see what that draws forward, because right now it's just Sphinx up there, but not close enough to see that there is truly nothing behind that util.
They do have Vitality curious.
Yeah, Vitality, as opposed to moving upwards, just decide to push outwards. Feel up a little short control, see a couple bodies, everybody on high alert. And Matt just looking for the first fight. Guns down 2 like it's nothing. Third one falls just as easy. Those pistols, no chance versus the AK of Magisk.
We saw great flashes on overpass out of GamerLegion. When we talk about them scaling for their A attacks, they put it on display. They were perfect about their dry runs, their spacing. Here, 2 flashes don't work out well. Magisk uses the pillar to his advantage. 3 frags in the denial. That was 5 alive last round. It could be 5 alive again. And even if GamerLegion can't win this round, it is in their best interest to try hard to at least knock down a target or 2 if possible.
Very curious to see how much skin Vitality showed throughout these rounds. Apex going to collect another one down towards Monster. No matter how much time you take here, GamerLegion, you will not have the success that Vitality did in their force-up. That was all in from the T side and all out with the money.
You know, mentally, I would almost be willing to trade my pistol round for the 2 next rounds. For the confidence in the early game. To show that my opponents are nervous, that we can beat them with anything. But especially in this case, everybody's got an extra wallet in their back pocket because of those 5-player alive rounds. GamerLegion come into this with absolutely nothing. Last round, we had a 2A smoke fake exact towards the B site, but the search from Dupree was safe. And when he got out, he had too much information. GamerLegion had no more utility to sell him any bill of goods. And the round fell flat.
I want to bring back up that point I did before our extended pause, just talking about Shuhei as what is now the best in-game leader in Tier 2, trying to push himself further and beyond. Look for the tempo changes throughout this half. When all of a sudden GamerLegion come flying up through bathrooms, we've already seen some trickery in that last round with the forward bathroom smokes into a close approach to B. Shuhei has tricks up his sleeves, and he will showcase that tonight. If he doesn't, if the in-game leadership of GamerLegion crumbles under the pressure of the biggest game of their lives, then dare I say it, they stand no chance. ZywOo, unarmored pistols, gonna just mow down a bunch of them. And there's so much support here for Vitality that everything goes swimmingly. Everything starts smooth for Vitality.
1 dead in the last 3 here for Vitality as they come into the establishing rifle round after surviving the pistol. That early loss could scare a team, but not Vitality today. And yeah, the IGL could absolutely win the match. Could say maybe we talk too much about Shuhei, but we have conversations about the individuals on GamerLegion, but let's be real. Vitality broke the bank to build this roster. Yeah, none of GamerLegion have been near a top 20 list in their playing careers just yet.
That French-Danish fusion cuisine that nobody saw coming. I remember hearing rumors of these teams coming together, the mix, and I scoffed.
I wiped the crust out of my eyes and woke up.
Huh? But here we are. Or more so, huh? Here we are. ZywOo scours the battlefield, nothing being shown. Don't expect him to be scared throughout this series. I remember during some of the shortcomings of Vitality, Apex saying that he wishes ZywOo sometimes would kind of put that foot forward, would take control of the situation, tell Apex what he wants and what he needs and when he wants to do it. The thought of cute ZywOo shedding those politeness.
Oh man, this is a really tough round now for GamerLegion. We see the information that's come in from the CT side. They're trying to sell him on something.
Yeah, this flash could be massive. They're starting to press in, timing looking like it is perfection. Double spray down from Dupree. Every time GamerLegion step on the monster pedal, they fall. Spinks sits behind pillar, repeats with Apex alongside him. Can Vitality do any wrong?
Absolutely crushed under that information, and even though ZywOo doesn't get a kill, he wins that round with his position alone. Pushing into the playgrounds, being able to spot that nobody's there. And the worst part is, if you don't throw any grenades, then you leave it open to the thought that it could end A later on if they walk upstairs. But when you throw the smokes and yet no one's taking long control, no one's in playground, then you immediately tell and corroborate the information. You are not coming A, it is a fake, and ZywOo's push pays off. Talking about him being human, he's somehow not the highest rated player in this major playoffs. Imma stands well above him in this major final. There's actually a real possibility that he can win the MVP without winning this final. That's how good this guy's stats are. Such an unreal concept. Since the inception of Vitality, ZywOo was the only person to have won an MVP for the team. Every single one. Also, of course, winning when they didn't win some tournaments.
We were kind of waiting for the arrival of Spinks, and coming into the major, their last event, it was Spinks and ZywOo side by side. The two reasons that victory was able to come together for them. When we got here, I feel like there was even that call, if you recall back, when Jax, Vitality Jax, just walked in, kicked the door off of the hinges, showed up like a superstar. But there's only one true French superstar. However, Vitality Jax looked fantastic. And then it was at that point that so many people kind of called for Dupree's head. You know, he was off, just had a child, trying to live life alongside Counter-Strike, and nobody can fault him for that, but his shortcomings inside of the server were also so very apparent.
Yeah, it's one thing to have the longevity, but to limp into the next major, that's not the kind of player Dupree made his brand on. That's not the reason that he got picked up to Vitality, to have a chance. It was to play on the #1 ranked team on the world and to be a top player on that team. Of course, Dupree. Wouldn't be surprising if he was in the second half of his career. That's not what anybody's asking for. They recruited ZywOo and Spinks to take on most of the heavy lifting, but you see games where Dupree doesn't play well, Vitality suffer. A core part of that is opening frags.
And a core part of some more recent success is that return of Dupree, when it really, truly mattered most.
You saw that T-side Vertigo versus Cloud9.
Yes, sir. Bueno Paris.
And you know what? That wasn't the end. You know, they went on to win Rio, and here they are.
So let's try this one more time. Jumping back in with yet another half buy. GamerLegion still yet to get their feet beneath them. Incendiary burns out, and the CTs can be comfortable in knowing that this is a delayed approach out of GamerLegion, but sure enough, they're back there. I think it's safe to say that Stico has had the best Desert Eagle in Paris. Wonder who takes up the mantle here in tonight's Grand Finals.
He'll get the last word. We'll see if there's any new challengers. Pressing for Shuhei to come up with this many ecos this early into a match, but it's part of the job. IGLs almost never get the credit they deserve. That is, unless they win. I said on that here in round 6.
Definitely an angle that could catch GamerLegion off guard. Certainly with support nearby as well. Dupree dives down, Mag is catching one. And every time they try to get into these bomb sites, it's essentially just GamerLegion the fall, ever since that force buy in round 2. My God, we've only seen 2 deaths since then, 3 including Apex here and now, and Spinks is going to play with his food. He will crush the 2 that sit outside of Monster. He will hunt down the last in Ima, and he will take his head so clean off that Vitality sit comfortably 4 rounds ahead.
A magnetic aim from Spinks, right to the head. Perfect crosshair placement. Vitality up quick 5-1. Almost too much money. Apex and Spinks breaching $13,000. We get into round number 7. What's going to be the game plan right now? We've already seen that Vitality on the rifles are doing a great job of taking the space that's not being taken from GamerLegion. That speaks to their game plan. One thing that GamerLegion did so well yesterday versus Heroic was the exact same thing. This is what world-class preparation looks like.
ZywOo expecting no way. I mean, the bodies are back there, but they're not going for exactly what he's waiting for. He will still strip Shuhei off the round. Simultaneous kill coming out of Spinks. And GamerLegion find a thread to pull on over towards Long. 8 core posts, which means there's a second one to be had, but ZywOo, with the support of Flashbang, has now indicated to and even within this 4 versus 2, we get the comfort of Vitality showing through. They will walk out through Monster. They'll parade across this map as if they own it. And Isaac, cowering back in spawn, will be heard as he attempts to run away. The only opening here is Ima up on A.
Yeah, but it's a checkmate maneuver, isn't it? It's Dupree who has all the audibles and took all the space back. GamerLegion looking for basically a safe place to save. As things start to take place, and Imma?
Doable.
He's got the angle. Shot goes dry. 2v2 now.
Spinks still in his original position. We're gonna get that move up from Magisk. Ima about to peek. Spinks again, clean with the rifle. His headshots apparent so far tonight. Isaac with the slightest chance of pulling off this 1v2. But he'll introduce them to the law of motion and run this down long as fast as he can in order to get a little safety on this bomb site. Smoke helps, spam connects, he stops. And by waiting for this, he may have picked up the kill, but there's just no time for the plant. Time decides all, and Spinks surviving gets Vitality 6.
And if there's a rifler today at this tournament who could go 1-for-1 with Ima, especially on overpass, recently analyzed the game from Twist, one of his weakest performances at Rio. He tweeted about being exhausted afterwards. But in that game, it was Spinks the entire time who was dominating CT side of overpass. Great on these angles. Playing in tandem with ZywOo. Some very famous Opera Rifler combos taking over on the A side of overpass.
And it feels to me like GamerLegion feeling that domination at the moment. Yet again, back in with bare bones. Well, they've got that op. Apex spots bodies in short. That's going to be Kioz, right? We're talking about Kioz as kind of the star of GamerLegion here on this stage in Paris. And within the system of GamerLegion on the T side of Overpass, Kioz is going to be playing these very critical roles outside of Monster, within the short pipes, and he usually does all of that on his own. Him surviving, gathering info, leaving the option to rotate back to B, critical. He's 0-7. ZywOo extends forward, slaps down Acor. That's the op exchanging hands. Let's see if Kioz gets his first. No, it's Isaac. Tech9 connects. Spinks has been everywhere whenever GamerLegion press, but around the boxes, Isaac's able to catch yet another. And Apex's position gets cleared. It's a drive-by on the Tech9. A triple kill entry that takes the wind out of Vitality's sails, puts that bomb down, and still leaves them now with weapons. Double op. This is an excellent spot for GamerLegion, assuming the others can also swing with the two-handed Warhammer. Kioz posts up on long, flash comes over, excellently done. Magisk only able to undo the first, and this one falls on Dupree, the omnipresent, dead in Ima. GamerLegion break through with the triple Tech9.
An unreal round out of Isaac. His itinerary had no layovers right there, all the way to the back of the site. Didn't even use the primary weapon that he picked up, Tech9, to get the second frag. And you could see that ZywOo was in jeopardy of getting swarmed. A slower pace round would have allowed him to fall back. But after the opening duel, a great flash out of GamerLegion instead of jumping on an Opera and potentially getting multi-fragged. And that patience, but that conviction is exactly what won him that round. A tip of the hat here to Isaac, who had a scary moment in this playoffs. A 4-17 game, something like that, to kick things off, but brought it back when they needed it. Won the series.
Yeah, most would never be seen again.
And it has been a story of headshots with GamerLegion from front to back. Whether it's Ima or anyone else. I swear, even Acor gets too many headshots.
Just playing the game on hard.
Now we'll see if this is a round that Vitality could afford to lose, of course. The fact that they won so cleanly in those previous rounds comes into factor now. GamerLegion know they're rich.
Suppress out. Apex goes up. Ooh, sound.
Now
I wanted to highlight Kioz for moments exactly like this, but if I can see it, so can Apex. So he drops the nade on Kioz, who had just moved out. And his spray not good enough for the second. But still, dropping Dupree, something to work with. Wallbang damage, going back and forth. And Isaac shuts the door to go and join his teammates up on A. We've got ZywOo stuck in. Excuse me, Spinks stuck. Molly on his feet. Flash comes out, perfectly timed. It's a bit delayed, but ZywOo is there to save him.
Oh, and he has a escape shoot here as he goes out towards long. Oh,
okay.
With one bullet. It's not to the head, but it's a low HP player worked on earlier by Kioz.
Op fight. ZywOo's ready, but Acor bests him. And now Apex is left to clutch. They're close, so close, point blank. He shoots, it's so damn close. The pistol! Just the pistol is all he needs.
El Capitan takes him down.
One messy 1v2, but he slurped it all up. He loved every little bit of that.
Listen,
it wouldn't be Apex if it wasn't messy.
This Counter-Strike's not always beautiful, but by God, is it glorious. Critical 1v2.
The Dury reaction says it all, and oof, Acor knows he had a chance, but he wished he was on the rifle. But more importantly, he had that op stuck down his throat right there at the top of stairs. And while he outdueled ZywOo, missed the follow-up.
GamerLegion, tough spot. Luckily for them, they won that round with just the Tech 9s. It's the only reason they afford such a healthy buy-up here and now.
Yeah, good point.
If not, full hard reset. We're talking 10-2. Vitality don't even look in the rearview mirror. They run away with this. GamerLegion, you've got to do it again. But yet to prove that they can even do this with rifles. If it's not Isaac holding W and tapping left click as he flies through that defense on A, then what do you have? Every time they've hit this bomb site, they've been met by multi-kills in abundance. Now Magis gives up his original angle. Dupree's gonna hold on to this pillar, and he feels comfortable for a second. So much so that he goes in and drops Shuhei. 3 before that gun goes dry. Isaac's chance to shine again, but not at the hands of Apex.
Let's talk about the counter pressure, the flashbangs out of Vitality. Every single player flashed, every single player hand over face as one swings. And those flash assists have been key throughout this half.
Come on. At least once this weekend. Come on!
Don't give up.
You only lose when you quit.
And that's it. Back to Tech 9s here for GamerLegion. Picture clear as day to Vitality at this point. And another flash assist in the kill feed.
Yeah. Spinks not gonna. What? Okay. Yila. Feeling the wrath with a quick flick, just getting him warmed up too. Plenty of rounds left for ZywOo to shine. But that one was his 11th. Flashiest one yet.
That was the surgery we paid to see. What an incision out of ZywOo. Shuhei up to the bat, and oh my God, a double eagle!
What? He slips in on long and just shatters the defense. There are weapons to be had, util to be picked up. Unfortunately for him, bomb is still so far away. Things are about to get weird.
And he can delay for so long in this position. It's going to be such a hard position to read. Vitality with the time bleeding down right now will be just as confused as Acor.
Yeah. Great highlight.
Oh my God.
The only kits are on the floor of A, and Acor gets exactly what he needs. The bomb is spotted, and Shuhei still hunting. Acor gonna take his time.
Was this a mistake made?
Wait, hold up. Shuhei's still above. You can see that Magis starts to get nervous, worried, because of the fact that there's all of a sudden no action down on B. Bomb is now planted, and we've got ourselves a clutch with a nade that goes deep and doesn't find its mark. It's M4 A1S versus A1S. And Magisk, where is he? Down beneath you! And yet it's Magisk's body that falls. Acor taking bomb and rotating all the way back into that B site. Exactly what GamerLegion needed.
Ooh, man, there was a chance there for Dupree to shut that down. Took the fight as Acor was swinging out. A great kill. The opening round was fantastic here for Vitality, but the answer back from Shuhei. We have to talk about that. 2 Deagle kills, right on the money, and he took down the star player with his first one. They had a gap on long, he exposed it. It sends a lifeline here to GamerLegion as they pick up their third and finally get through the majority of income that Vitality have built up on those flawless anti-ecos.
But Spinks has been so good for multi-kills. Just not possible with the lesser weaponry.
Yeah, now we do have better guns here from GamerLegion, but there are still pretty solid weapons. 3 out of 5 players for Vitality. Yaw's in a dangerous spot.
Yeah, and always on his own. Acor's about to join him, but still so many paces back that this pistol could get away with the headshot. It'll boil down to timing. As the utility burns the front bathrooms, there's again no movement behind this.
Yeah, this is a lock-off. A real test of patience here. The attack will finally give up.
Dupree just waiting point blank. We've got Apex tucked to help either end, and Magisk hears the rumblings of the commitment, but back's turned, gives Apex the immediate trade. Now the bomb site still belongs to Apex's angles, and ZywOo has managed to rotate before, the smoke goes up, but they cross at that perfect moment. Another gimmick, another chance, but it's a little bit delayed. They've got to catch them. He's right there, spotted and dealt with. Apex puts up the boost in the perfect moment. They still don't know where ZywOo's at, and Kiosk has got away into the crypts by this B site. ZywOo finds him. Shuhei, not this time. If it's not pistols, then it's not GamerLegion.
And that's where ZywOo shows you it's the great awareness on top of the fantastic reflexes and clutch plays that brings him kills, that brings him to the top of scoreboards over and over again. So hard to read a boost and a retake in a vision like that.
Right.
So it was imperative that Vitality assembled it quickly. They did that.
I would like to say as well, imperative that Apex survives in order to put up that boost. And when he got that first kill, when he got contact crossing towards water, I've seen moments where Apex sticks around for a fight. But Apex didn't fight again. He went for the boost.
I'll say yesterday, that was a moment. Man, versus Apex, the other Apex. We saw some rounds out of him and Dupree that made you wonder, are they feeling confident? Because they were looking desperate. They showed up in their suits today, ready to play, taking every inch seriously.
The buyback in for GamerLegion. What do they throw at us now?
Yeah. Man, between the two pairs right now of Apex and Magisk, Spinks and ZywOo, unreal performances overall. That's both sides of the map locked down.
Emo wants an entry. We have not had to talk about him so far on this map. Ooh, there it is. Speak of the devil. He spins up a little dust outside the B site. Gets the CT scrambling. Spinks. He's going to drop Shuhei. Second is his. So consistently in those multi-kills that GamerLegion constantly reel back from him. ZywOo's right-hand man surpasses him in this moment. 16 kills to Spinks' name. And more to be had. Yet again with the headshot. Ema peeks next. Finally puts him down. The only person so far for the GamerLegion that's brought back anything in this one. But we've left ZywOo off on his own accord. A man who feels like so much more than one. Of course, this just allows Vitality to leave both bomb sites anchored. They're just using the Wu as that middle point. Put forth your best champion, says Vitality. They've done that, but he gets caught by timing. Surprised, and maybe given too much responsibility. Now this plan still works, assuming the site guy can pull off what he has to. In this case, it is Apex. In this case, bomb crosses, but exposed. And Apex yet again plays this perfectly. Acor's movement can't bail him out. A bona fide Bonaparte as he sits on long and calls it perfectly, comfortably. Vitality lead 10-3.
It wouldn't be Apex if he didn't take some kind of risk, but here it was calculated. Crossing from dice to long, very hard to read that setup with with Spinks being pushed already on A, the other A player and ZywOo going down at the top of Con. And so he knew, once they didn't get to the outsides of bathrooms fast enough, he had one locked in. They didn't have time to split long on him. Fantastic move from the captain. ZywOo goes in for another opener. Blind and flashback, another Tech 9 round here out of GamerLegion. Round 14.
Ooh, thick nade. Oof. More pressure.
Oh, they're doing such a good job of finding out when.
It's almost like when we saw Kiosk tucked in that corner and Apex's grenade almost falls on him. And we can tout Shuhei as being a great in-game leader, but Apex has the support of Zonic behind him. And figuring out these trends and consistencies out of GamerLegion, I think, has been apparent outside of that B site.
I respect this call because sometimes you can wait patiently, try to go again. But if you know you've been found out, willing to go through the hard work of working on map control again is admirable. Might not be any either on this side of the site, but we'll see what takes place.
Ooh, this is one of those moments where ZywOo could go so far above and beyond, but he plays it humbly. Picks off one, falls back, gives a little space for his teammates to flex those AKs. But he's also not going to give you too much space. Apex is low. We've got multiple bodies back in these bank positions, and yet still the retake continues smoothly enough thus far. Nicely timed on the peak. The double tech 9 out of Isaac yet again. Last time, he nailed 3. And this time, it's Ima to offer up another. GamerLegion on these pistols, into the rifle, goes back for second servings. Time is ticking, and he's desperate. So desperate that he gives it up to Dupree.
Ooh, another crazy moment and a close call from GamerLegion. They almost make it happen on the A site. Glad to see a smile on Isaac's face. It comes close. These messy sprays. I'm not jealous of the pressure that they're under. And there will be diamonds made tonight, and Cole left in its wake. One last round here, round 15 for GamerLegion to put up 4. And you have to genuinely believe there's a chance at this comeback. CT side can be very favorable. Vitality know they want this 12th. They'll be every bit as nervous now as they were in round 14.
Quick dink. Not a problem for Spinks. 18 kills in this first half already.
They're so good at hunting down this opening duel that lets you know what the idea was. He was trying to cheat at timing there inside of the staircase, looking to get up top. Even fortification here from Vitality.
Oh, this could be his. Finally a moment. Finally a chance. Kia's double. We've seen Vitality get away with so many of these mid-round moments. That Kios gets his chance to shine. He has 3 kills this half, and you just saw 2 on the press out through Monster, but it is better late than never. And he could go one step further here now versus Apex. Soon that smoke will fade, and he falls yet within it. But that's fine, because Shuhei will try this again. The same spot that nailed that double deagle, the same opening that put GamerLegion on the board will be attempted yet once more in the dying moments of this T side. Shuhei has found the opening. We're equal. Bomb has to cross, and he's lost his support in the meantime. But now he comes back up with his hands on the AK and a chance to fade back as op shots wail through those boxes. Shuhei slips away. The leader of the Legion versus Apex and the Woo. And there's a bit of space offered up from both sides, but now time decides. We're beyond that halfway point. Smoke goes, tap on bomb. Shuhei nails the first kill. ZywOo taps it yet again, but it is Shuhei to close. GamerLegion with a lifeline, with a chance, with a 4-round half. And so we're back in the Accor Arena with Vitality leading comfortably after their CT side, but on the most CT-sided map that we have in CSGO. So GamerLegion, on their map choice, will now be given a chance. A chance at greatness, at glory, at a comeback that would silence this place. Paris, are you ready?
Let's do it then.
Back into the action. Whew. Great chance for Vitality after that one. You've got to think, you know, how much pressure is on their shoulders jumping into the server today with everybody here cheering for them. GamerLegion, this will be a tale of an upset, the biggest upset in CSGO history at a major.
The magic of GamerLegion is getting 55% T sides. No one can do that. They do better even on CT side, but they failed their T side. Their pistol rounds 40% of the time. They win those and still manage to win these maps. That's how good they are at Overpass, but it's been an abysmal start compared to some of their other games. They put away 8 teams in a row, Ents being one of them. And now 4v5 down in a pistol to bring 12. Zonic hates this scoreline. Zawu says, I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah, how about a quick little entry and a great chance at a second, but he bails back. Apex tries his best Shuhei impression, can't slide out long. But it's not over towards this A site where ZywOo and Apex have been seen that things are truly unfolding. Accor will attempt to press up, wary of his flank because ZywOo has already shown face. And speaking of it, 2 get torn right off. Now this is no longer the stick. Shuhei comes off of that defuse. ZywOo has a hell of a chance here, and all the CTs turning towards his teammate deal with him on. Oh! It is a wonderful 4K.
That's Shuhei, the 4-time, gets 4 on the pistol, closing out the last half with a 1v2. And now taking matters into his own hands. An unbelievable rifle IGL to make a name for him in both roles.
Go write down that number.
Okay.
Oh! For Gavin! For glory! A magical moment in Paris!
Don't stop believing.
You only lose when you give up. And that's what GamerLegion need to realize too. Do not give up and fight for this. Shuhei, he'll drop Dupree.
Can we take a pause for a second? What just happened? The odds of that going down. Oh my God. But the players in the server have no idea what has just taken place.
Apex just assumes that was for him.
Yeah, and right now, this could be his round. Yeah, that's, Isaac swings out.
Ima's coming though.
And we've got Ima, you know, who we haven't seen much from just yet. Have an opportunity to frag, but the shot goes back.
2 back in for Vitality. Kios just can't finish it. Launders, they've done it again.
2 pistols and 2 failed conversions on Overpass for GamerLegion. 40% of the time they win the pistol, and in this map they won both and still could not convert. They need to borrow some money from the guy who won that night because they are poor.
Already with so much stacked against you. 2 pistol round wins, 2 forced by losses.
What a shot by Apex, though. He's got that dog in him.
To believe GamerLegion could do this to begin with was always going to take something a little special. Oh, man, and Spinks is not slowing down. His 20th thus far. Plenty more where that one came from. Quick peek off of water. Pistols definitely within that range of lethality. And Apex making the FAMAS look good, as do all the French.
Oh, they try to cut off rotations here. Apex throws his incendiary, and it will for a second. But we've got one straggler. Dupree up front. Isaac with an opportunity. Dupree. Oh, he goes down. A minute up on the clock, but 2v3 here for Vitality.
Just sit back, relax. Don't throw away this moment. Isaac knows his time is limited, but Acor offers yet again! And the GamerLegion will not fall without a fight!
Oh, and Isaac puts up one hell of a wall. That was full commitment out of Vitality towards the B site. They didn't have protocols in place to get them ready for the A attack. If the lead was there earlier, there was a chance for them to change the game plan. But how could they prepare for that? After Eco and GamerLegion, they get a taste of their own medicine, and the game becomes alive again.
Man, we need a counter on Isaac of how many of kills come through with either Tech-9s, Desert Eagles on these half-buys.
Yep.
And when you think about the fact that those rounds are the majority of what GamerLegion have picked up on top of their 2 vanilla pistol round wins. Essentially, Isaac's 17 kills mean more than anything for GamerLegion. It's not sustainable.
Isaac top of the, it's not sustainable. Isaac top of the board is not one of the storylines that we have from the stats that we've seen. We aren't getting this match out of IEM. We aren't getting this match out of Kiosk. Kiosk was somebody I thought walking into quarters versus Monty. Oh man. Either he's absorbs this presence, all the fans in the crowd as a French-speaking player, or he crumbles underneath it, and he didn't. He stood up to the test, and he helped destroy Monty. But it looks like it's a different day now. The one team that has more fans than him.
For once. Of course, Vitality's still in a comfortable enough position. Buyback instantly. We've not seen momentum fall out of the hands of Vitality. They scoff at your pistol round wins. Ooh, quick chase out of Spinks, but love that. Re-aggression comes in. Kiosk, you want to fight?
Oh,
he'll give you one.
A perfect disengage, yeah. Eats the flash, but gets away. IEM. They know he plays bathrooms. He needs to be a star today. He needs to. But he can't get this one.
Shoulder gets spotted. Zywoo takes the head off.
This star's too bright.
And look how quick that forward pack of players starts rolling outwards. Although it does create this awkward timing here for Acor. And little does he realize, time limited. But he keeps his head on a swivel. And that could be the end of him. Apex lines it up, takes his extra second. Not wanting to drop the chance at unraveling that long hold. GamerLegion with the force buy victory. But can they hang on? Already down by 2, already with Vitality knocking on the door of this A site. The rampage comes forward and Isaac cannot hold them all. Vitality will not be stopped.
That ball keeps rolling. Now GamerLegion fast to rotate. They did what they could with the players to put them in the best positions. And Acor's angle, you know, it looked weird because there was a late long play from Vitality, but that was just a smart move out of Apex as they were coming in for top bathrooms, just in case he decided to make a pocket play like that. So Apex does the job by covering everything. But Vitality do sometimes move too timidly on T sides, and even versus Heroic, when GamerLegion were calling against them, they moved as fast as Heroic, who are the quickest team to go for a gamble stack, a re-aggression, map control. GamerLegion were on their toes. So you better believe they're willing to do the same thing to Vitality, who can sometimes suffer from too many optimizations.
Oh, Emo, great chance. Instant deletion of Dupree. Matches up next, able to recover. Vengeance for his Danish brother, Spinks, posted, awaits Kiosk, who has been friendly with these peaks into short, who is trying to replicate that aggression on the defense. And GamerLegion, they need their heroes. As Acor gets his off the top of that connector, it's pressed down now, falls into the hands of Shuhei, who we have seen in some of the most magical moments of GamerLegion's first map so far.
Yep. Multiple round wins to his name.
Waiting for yet another chance to shine, to take it away from Vitality, who sits inside of the site and gives him just the barrel, the smallest signal, the tiniest thread to pull on. Shuhei slides, Apex drops him, and with this, it seems as though Vitality, sure enough, have locked in 14.
You can only strike gold so often. And these pistoling rounds, like you talk about, not sustainable. It's a sign of nervousness to be able to hit your shots there, but not with the better guns. And right now, that is what they've got. 2 pistols, multiple ecos. Fantastic display of deagle kills. But this is a thorough beating out of Vitality on GamerLegion.
To be A-Core. The singular landmine in the back line of GamerLegion's B-bomb site. They sit and wait.
But still, really waiting for that moment.
Peek, and nothing. Ima on the retreat. Fades back into bank. A shadow of himself in terms of the performances that we've gotten thus far throughout the major. Easy bomb plant for Vitality. No challenge, no contest, no kills for the CTs. Nor the Ts. A-Core can leave if he so chooses to. But of course, that would give so many rounds for Vitality to close it with. Why not throw the Hail Mary? Do not play to simply get to the next one. Play to win. And so they'll start to feed these pistols out. There's the singular trade. The only one the GamerLegion will be able to fall onto. Vitality leave no stone unturned.
28 days since Vitality have lost the map, and they're looking to make it 29. A win like this on Overpass speaks volume for the series. Not dropping a single game so far this major. A team that, even though they won the last event, for the real hardcore CSGO fans knew that meant they have an outside chance of winning this entire thing. Na'Vi, Heroic, G2. Teams here that could easily make a final.
And that bad omen of winning the last event before the major just to lose the major seems to be lifted. Magisk as rapid as possible. Rapid even inside of the bomb site, but blind. And there's the recovery from Apex and Dupree. Vitality simply smashed their way into that B bomb site. And we will be left in a 2 versus 2 with the stars of GamerLegion hoping to align versus the questionable individuals of Vitality. Can Apex and Dupree close? With that shot, it seems, sure enough, with this push, time dwindling away. One more kill, and Vitality find themselves map up in a major grand finals. There it is! 16-6. The pressure is off. Their first showing of golden moment, surrounded by the Hornets. What will we see on the other side of this break? Will this be the GamerLegion snapped? Will we see them fall? Or do we get a chance at that comeback to simply get to the next one? To win. And so they'll start to feed these pistols out. There's the singular trade. The only one the GamerLegion will be able to fall onto. Vitality leave no stone unturned.
28 days since Vitality have lost the map, and they're looking to make it 29. A win like this on Overpass speaks volume for the series. Not dropping a single game so far for this major. A team that, even though they won the last event, for the real hardcore CSGO fans knew that meant they have an outside chance of winning this entire thing. Navi, Heroic, G2. Teams here that could easily make a final.
And that bad omen of winning the last event before the major just to lose the major. Seems to be lifted. Magis as rapid as possible. Rapid even inside the bomb site, but blind. And there's the recovery from Apex and Dupree. Vitality simply smash their way into that B bomb site. And we will be left in a 2 versus 2 with the stars of GamerLegion hoping to align versus the questionable individuals of Vitality. Can Apex and Dupree close? With that shot, it seems, sure enough, with this push, time dwindling away. One more kill, and Vitality find themselves map finals. There it is! 16-6. The pressure is off. Their first showing, a golden moment, surrounded by